Hey everyone, I would like to introduce you to one of my awesome clients, Joe Hellos. Hey Joe.
Hey Silvana, how are you?
Good, thank you.
It's beautiful this morning, isn't it?
It's divine. Joe, would you mind sharing with me what you do and what attracted you to working with me initially?
Pleasure. So, as you know, I've been in the banking game for a long, long time. As much as I do love it, it does have its challenges. So, what really attracted me to working with you were a number of reasons, but predominantly I wanted to bring the best of myself to everything I did. And that spanned, about the kids, there's work, I love my children. So, I really wanted to be the best mum I could be for them. And then also to have that love and that close knit unit of my family and friends. Yeah.
How powerful and how effective has it been for you to be able to use logic and a highly developed intuition or intuitive capability in your decision making in your job every day?
The decision making aspect, and then there's a whole other sort of political aspect of working in large corporations.
True.
And that I think what I've learned from you, so what you've taught me, as you know, that what you've really taught me is to not give back, or situations which you believe are not optimal, or even to stop the storytelling in my mind. So we might, because we're intuitive or because we're have certain characteristics, we're all different as human beings, I might think, well, somebody's behaving like that or somebody's behaving like this, and what they want to do is they want to dismantle me, or they may potentially wish to use my skills to make themselves look better. So, but that's the story in my mind. And
That's right.
I can feed that story. And then if I keep on feeding it and it's proven to be correct, then I'm going to attract it. So what you've taught me is to stop it. Just even if I give it 10 minutes, stop it, park it, move on. And that has been invaluable because there have been so many changes and restructuring across the finance industry. And I'm lucky enough to still have a job and still enjoy what I'm doing. And I feel as if what's been incredibly valuable is if I'm always operating at a higher level and I'm thinking the best outcome and thinking the best in people, that is generally has been what I attract back.
How you were before the training at work and how you are now, how you are at work with all the training.
I would ruminate, and it would be something that I had no factual evidence about, but it would be that rumination. It would change my energy field. It would change how I engage at work, and therefore people would be able to notice a difference in your energy, in how genuinely you enjoy what you're doing, or how genuinely you enjoy your clients or the people you work with. So I would cause myself shocking angst. I would get anxious. It would upset my balance in my stomach. I don't want to go too far there, but I think we've all experienced that.
Totally.
I think, over our life. And I would make myself tired. And I looked at it and I thought, I've got no proof. It's my little story in my mind. And it was so exhausting. It was exhausting. And I thought I can be spending that energy on something far more enjoyable than what I was doing. And it can take days out of a week if you let it, become to get the better of you.
And so that was then, and now?
Oh, now it's completely different. It's incredible. I have learned if I need to give it energy, I'll give it 5 or 10 minutes. I've learned that I've got to protect myself, and that includes, your soul, your being, your family, your friends. And therefore, who to not mix, who you're going to give time to. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be really anything other than polite and say, oh, I don't have the time now. So you can pick the people who are not there coming from the right place. And I get back to that. It's coming from the right place. And if you hold your energy and you're coming from the right place, you pick who is not. And therefore, you're able to manage your own time and therefore your own energy levels far more effectively than before. I mean, it's chalk and cheese. I do not give it the time. I just don't give it the time. It takes, well, you've taught me, and I'm still need to continue, and I've still a long way to go, but just, no, I'm not going to think of it like that. I can't. And the other thing you've taught me, and it might seem really simple, is I can control what I'm doing. I can't control other people. I can just be the best. The absolute best I can be for me.
Yeah.
And then there's no regrets. Actually, that's the one thing. I'm interrupting.
Yeah, go on.
It's getting a bit exciting.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing. If I'm my absolute best, I can be every single day, then I can look back and have no regret.
That's a great
point. And I don't.
Yeah.
I don't, because I
love
think
that.
I gave that my 110 or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always improve. We're human beings, we're never perfect. And I've got a lot more learning to do and I can always be better. But yeah, just amazing, really.
What has changed at your work that has just taken your success to another level? It can be internal, external. What's changed for you there?
I think that externally, what's changed is we all have a certain style. And I think that you've got to be true to who you are. So if I overlay being true to who I am and what you've taught me around being the absolute best I can and acknowledging that I do have a very strong intuition, and that if I combine all those, you've got to be really sure of who you are. So through your work, because I think it would be fair to say I did lack a little bit of confidence. I think we all probably have times in our life where we're not as confident as other people would assume we would be because of our age of experience, but we all have our ups and downs. So I learnt to back myself. And I learned to back myself because I'm a unique person and I've got special skills and I don't have to be like another director or another person. I don't have to play in that field with them. I've got my own field to play in.
That's right.
I have, so I feel that's been incredibly helpful. And I've built a good business, and the business I took over with someone was quite tricky, but I thought if I've got to be true to myself, I've got to be who I am. Otherwise, she's not authentic and people can see you're not authentic.
People that have never worked with me before, that have no concept of the training, what would you like to share about your experience in wrapping up, just to give them an insight that might be helpful for them if they're making a decision?
Oh, so this is really easy.
Okay,
well,
over to you.
No, look, it's been a great journey. I love working with you and I think you're amazing. So that's just a given. But the thing I really love is that you task me. You have to do work, okay?
It's true.
And I mean, I could just chat with you day in, day out.
Yes.
And it's sometimes hard to keep, when we have our sessions, I want to be able to keep, you bring me back to, come on, we're here to achieve what you want to achieve, or so you set me goals and I like that. And I have to do the work. Very soulful, and you have incredible empathy, and that really resonates with me because I feel the same. And then you overlay that with the intuition, and I don't, those moments. Yes. And it's hard to ever to those who aren't there for them to understand because they're not there. But I like the fact you keep me to my tasks, that you're fair, that you're very compassionate, that you're good fun, and that you're very broad across a lot of different aspects of life that help me. So I'm learning a lot, and it's nice to learn. So I'm learning a lot from you as well. And I've got your book, and that's by my bed, and I still look through that. And they're simple, but they're hard to do, but they're simple to do. So whoever, I'm not sure who will see this particular interview or whatever, but it just keeps you measured, and you keep me measured, structured, balanced. And along that, there's always laughs and fun and love. So, yeah.
Jo, thank you so much for making the time to chat with me. And
Pleasure.
Also just to be able to share your experience, which for me, even though I'm part of your journey and I'm still part of your journey, it really reminds me of just how much your transformation has touched all those parts of your life that you've expanded on now. So, Jo, thank you so very, very much for your time. I really.
Oh, could you say one thing?
Yes, of course. Go ahead. Sneak it in.
One thing I just wanted to say was that because of what I've learned from you, I've actually touched the actual multiplier effect is enormous, because I've touched all these other people as well, and I feel as if their lives are better too.
Thank you for sharing that. I don't think you've ever said that to me before.
I don't think I have, but I was just reflecting. I had a walk this morning with a friend. She's become a more recent friend, and she just said something. You always feel it's nice to be with you. It feels light. There's a lightness, and I thought, and I reflected on that and some other people. And I think people are people. The multiplier has been huge.
Yeah. Wow, Jo. Thank you so much. Even just that piece of information too is just so powerful, and hearing how your transformation is just helping other people transform, even in so much that they've noticed the change in you. And often with friends and family, when they notice the change in us, then it inspires them to change, or certainly to look into change. So thank you for being an agent of change. And thank you so much, Jo, for taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you, Silvana. Have a beautiful day.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.